Boom.
That was the one.
Hi, welcome back to the couch, and here's another reaction video. Let's get into it.
Let me tell you this. There is no such thing as a perfect time to get married because you are, and frankly should always be, in a constant state of building. You should always be in a state of transition, always be in a state of change, growth, and learning. If you feel like, let me get myself together, then I'll get married, it's never going to happen. Frankly, it shouldn't happen. Right. Typically, by the time people feel like, now I'm ready, they're in a state of decline. So I would say, don't let that be the hindrance. Don't let that be the hindrance.
You gotta be scared.
You want to build with somebody. You want to learn. Here's the thing. Marriage is the process of two becoming one. What that means is, if you think you got it all figured out, your spouse is going to work some stuff out of you that you thought you figured out. Right. So you need to be ready to accept that. Don't go into the marriage thinking, this is who I am, take it or leave it. This is who I am today. Right. But I'm willing to build with you and become something else.
I'm there.
Okay. All right, cool.
You.
I'm there.
You there? I'm there. Most men say they're there, but you know, to be in the constant state of growing and learning and building, because you know, when you get married, the way marriage was just talked about when I was growing up, it just seemed like everything just stopped and you always had to remain the same person you married. Right. It was the fear of having to stay the same. That was boring. And which I'm up in age. Marriage has been proposed to me quite a few times in my life, but it was just the commitment to just staying the same was not appealing. I am open and always open for change and always open to evolve. And that means people will outgrow certain spaces, relationships, and all that. So I'm open to it all. And I love that. When you get with your person, they are going to pull some stuff up out of you that you didn't even know was lying dormant.
That's true.
In a good way and in a not so good way. But when that bad stuff come up, just release it, let it go. What y'all think?
I agree with what she said. I feel, and I mean, I think a lot of people spend a lot of time getting ready for whatever, whether it's marriage or anything else. We just always like, I want to do so, and I want to get, okay. It's just like she said, it's a constant. So yeah, everything she said, I agree with wholeheartedly.
To a certain extent, 90% of it, I absolutely do agree with. You will always be constantly growing. You will always be constantly figuring out who you are, and with other people, because who you are by yourself ain't gonna be the same with who you are with your partner.
What's the T?
I think the mindset, honestly, your mindset has to be ready as far as being in marriage, because you know my mindset was not ready for marriage, and so going into it, it's not going to be with ease. It's not going to be what I'm looking for. I'm not going to be as open. Or if your mindset isn't ready for that partner, your mindset isn't going to be open for that learning progression with them. I feel like once you are ready, as far as here, finances and everything else can come along with it. Now, as far as what she said after that, I agree with.
So yeah, when it comes to being ready, that just depends on where you are in life and what that look like to you. But I don't think anybody's ever ready for what a real relationship and what real love come with, because that thing will change your whole outlook. And then your every partner that you even come into contact with is going to grow you in some way. And if you're not growing, then I would just say be a bit more sensitive and be a bit more open. But half of these people think they're ready for a partner and they don't know what that is.
I agree.
And they'll be sitting right in your house, eating all your food, sucking up all your air, doing all the things that cost money and don't give a dime, saying that they're ready for a partner.
Don't even know.
Not. So I don't think y'all think people should stay ready for change and ready for growth. I think that's it.
I think that's the one thing that you got to stay ready for the moment or the situation to change at any given time. So you got to just be ready for that.
and the flows.
Right. But to say that, all right, now I'm ready. I don't think we ever really ready for anything. You take steps to preparation towards whatever you're trying to accomplish, but at the end of the day, that thing is gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that thing's gonna happen. It's like childbirth, like baby. You thought you was ready, but when it comes down to having this baby, I ain't ready. I wasn't ready. Mm-hmm. But she came. Yep. And I think you just need to, the one thing that's constant for sure is change.
Yeah.
And I think that once you accept that and you know that, okay, so I'm just getting prepared for this moment. Because in a couple of days or a couple of weeks or a couple of months or years, that thing's going to change again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now you got to be ready for that.
Yep. So now, when you are in this marriage, because I feel like it should come with, it's just like a contract. So in 3 years, we go revisit.
Chrissy's so serious.
I mean, it's not serious.
No, go ahead.
When you think about marriage, as far as contractually, like if it's on paper, this is where I kind of come into play with. If we're constantly growing, if we're constantly changing, and when you said that, you can grow apart. So now, are you both mature enough to say, well, I'm heading this way and I'm heading that way? And if you're both being respectful as being or saying that, I'm acknowledging your change, it's still love, but are you going to work towards trying to come together, or
are you just going to continue to
grow apart?
That just depends on
the people.
Yeah, the people, right? And if you get into a situation like that, kudos to you. Because let me tell you how unrealistic and rare that is. Like, for people to actually go, we don't like each other anymore. Crazy.
It's not that.
And I'll just say it's rare to have somebody who, because normally it's going to be one person that's really trying to be there. Normally, both people may even not like each other like that, but it's still not. That was just so easy.
Well, I mean, you said
breezy. Like, two people agree, we're just not gonna do it.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, are you both mature? Right. Are you both mature enough to say, if one is saying that I'm growing this way, and you're saying you're always in a constant change, and this one is just staying stagnant, being boring, and do you want to fight for that? Do you want to fight for them to pull? Or are you mature enough to say, okay, we're growing different, or I'm growing and I see that, but I'm going to stay here because I love you? Or should we say, okay, I love you enough to know that I'm going to have to let you go because we're growing in different
places? Or I love you
places.
Enough to grow with you.
Right.
In my own kind of way.
Yeah.
Correct. But still with you.
Right.
But I think
that choice change?
I think that depends on the two individuals for sure.
Yeah.
And in what, because they both might agree that we won't be together. Some of them got that. We gonna be together forever. I'm gonna die with you, babe. We gonna weather the storm no matter what it is.
That means sickness or health.
And the moment that person can't do what you expect them to do, then all of that go out the window.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, when one is changing and the other one is changing, either just realistically, if one is changing, the other one has to change.
Yeah.
And if they're
not, or if they're not willing to, it's a done deal.
Yeah,
okay, right.
It's a done deal.
For the people sitting here, that's how we are. But that ain't for everybody. Basically, if you're with somebody who's stagnant and you're ready to move and you're ready to evolve and they just won't pick up and go with you, I would say let it go. Yeah, I wouldn't. Especially if you tried. Right. It's time. It's time to be out, man. Yeah. Because they will, like I said before, sit in your house, eat all your food, suck up all your good air,
and they be all right.
And they'll be good. Just watching you work.
And your head's just over there.
And every time you got a good event going on, they ready to show up and show out. No, we growing together.
Correct.
Yep. So,
grow together. I like that. Let's grow together.
Thanks for joining us again on our reactions.
Moink, moink.
Wear your mask.